Welcome to the Gamer Code, the show where we talk about all the latest updates in your favorite games and rant about all the problems that go along with it. My name is Dante Gaming, also known as Danny. I've been gaming ever since I could hold a controller, and content creator, YouTube, Twitch. God, how about you?
I am a part-time streamer, formerly known as ICNSD or Scott, and I stream on Twitch and mostly simulation titles and whatnot, and dicking around with you guys. GP.
My name is Kyle Growing Pain Grow. I've been playing games since I was like 5 years old, I think, and I got my first PC when I was 14. I've been pretty much on that ever since. I primarily play a bunch of bullshit games. I can't really lock down a single type. I stream on Twitch. I do some TikToks, a little bit of YouTube. That's about it. Bretsky?
Oh yeah. My name's Bretsky. I've been gaming pretty much since I was a kid. Mostly FPS, but really just kind of recently been expanding my game type and kind of seeing what's out there. Yeah. I sometimes stream to Twitch, but yeah, it's occasional.
Very occasional.
Yeah. Very, very, very,
very, very rare.
When was
Very
the last
occasional.
time you streamed?
Two days ago.
Last time,
2 days ago.
Yeah. 2 days.
For about 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, we were trying to. What were you streaming?
We were trying to stream Satisfactory.
Satisfactory, and my computer was not having it.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
We just gotta get you some better gear.
He crashed.
Like I said, eventually.
Just look at that camera quality right there.
That one.
Well, for me, it's right there.
So today, for
me and the viewers,
I'm above. GP's below me.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then,
yeah. GP's right there. Danny's right there, and Brett's right there.
Oh, top left. Mine. Yeah. Well,
okay. We're all sorts of fucked up.
Thank you. Today we are talking about the mid-season update for COD. There's been a bunch of new stuff coming out with Call of Duty, which is kind of impressive because everything thus far has been kind of lackluster. The first thing I want to talk about is the new Cranked mode in Zombies. Cranked has now moved to Zombies, and you have to kill as many zombies as you can to stay alive. What do y'all think about that?
Well, isn't that what the zombies are? Just kill as many zombies to stay alive?
Isn't that
non-stop?
It's
I personally haven't played... I haven't played that game mode yet, so... Oh, so no waves.
Yeah, no waves. It's non-stop.
Oh,
It is
fuck!
It is a multiplayer Cranked mode in Zombies.
That honestly sounds kind of dope.
It is.
I haven't
really
personally
dope,
played it. I haven't personally played it. We're definitely gonna have to play that later, at some point. But
at some point,
you're gonna be carrying my ass the entire time because I am absolute dog shit.
Y'all act like I don't always carry in COD.
Oh, what we can do is we can try to do our little trick that we found last time.
It wasn't really a trick. It was just kind of overpowered fucking big dick energy.
Yeah. We should do that.
Yeah.
See if that works on.
How do you feel about Cranked?
I mean, I think as somebody who's played a lot of the Zombies mode, I think it'll be an interesting change because it's been the same since Zombies came out. And what was that, like Call of Duty World War I or whatever? World
at War.
Yeah, World at War. So it's been the same thing.
I miss World at War.
World at War. That original Zombies map was fire, and the new one kind of reminds me of it, where it's got that 2 layers. Like, if you go in,
so
it's kind of the same map. Is it?
I mean, that's the same map.
I don't remember being because it's shaped like an L. It's kind of like an L shape now, and I don't remember it being an L shape.
Was an L shape. You probably just never opened that door.
It was.
I probably never did. But, I mean, it's been the same thing ever since World at War, and I genuinely feel like it needs an update. I don't know if this is the route to go with it because I feel like this bring on sweaty kids and
that is kind of an interesting idea because
it's an interesting add to it, but I don't know how I feel about this way.
That's a very interesting point, GP, because lately from what we've been seeing from Call of Duty is them just trying to push as many playlists out as possible and not pushing actual new content. However, there is some new content that we're going to be discussing in the future, but that is kind of an interesting thought to think about the fact that could we see some of these more multiplayer style game modes or playlists pushing into Zombies?
Didn't they already do that though? They had that. In October. They had the zombies Warzone mode, where if you died, you became a zombie.
Infected. That was a part of Warzone. Yes.
It was a part of Warzone, so they've kind of gone down the zombies playlist.
To be fair, I think that Infected definitely should not be just a seasonal thing.
Oh yeah.
But like
all year round.
An actual
really awesome
year-round thing.
Yeah, it should definitely be pushed to the new mode.
Yeah, that's true.
It brings me back. That just reminds me of just OG Halo 3. And Halo, or not just Halo 3, but Halo in general doing infected game modes.
Yeah.
But that's off topic of Call of Duty, but just an infected game mode just would be fun.
All right, so sticking on the zombies.
Is it true that they're Sorry to interrupt, but is it true that they're actually? I just pulled up their mid-season update, just a couple notes, and it says they're removing Verdansk Battle Royale solos.
We're getting there. Hold on. Okay. All right, so we're sticking on the zombies train here for a second. All right, so
I was just looking at it. Okay.
Coming February 4th, so just a few days from now, coming February 4th, we're looking at the new zombies map, Firebase Z. It is set to
I'm so excited for that, dude. So excited. But are you guys ready for all the glitches?
Oh god.
That's the problem though. That is the problem. Is COD tends to push things out before they're fully ready to go.
That is true.
I agree.
Firebase Z was not scheduled to come out or not expected to come out until season 2, and they're now pushing it to the mid-season update of season 1.
I feel like they're just trying to drop content, which is bullshit because they drop this content and then they go, "Oh no, it's broken." What? And then it takes them forever to fix it. Look at the DMR, look at the Mac 10, look at the dual Diamanis. Those were all things that came out that were broken, and they're slowly fixing them. The dual Diamanis and the Mac 10 are still broken.
Well, as far as Cold War goes, I don't think you can really blame them because Cold War has made a fraction of the amount of money that Call of Duty Modern Warfare and now Warzone has made on top of that. So honestly, I think
pay to win. That's how I look at it right now. Think about it. Right now, COD has released 2 games. They have Modern Warfare, and all those guns were good when they first came out. Everybody was like M4A1, SBR sniper rifle, Car 98. What are some other ones? The MP5. Everybody was using those in Warzone. That was the meta.
725.
The 725, kind of.
Not so much in Warzone.
That wasn't really a meta in Warzone.
Not in Warzone, but yeah.
But those were the metas, right? And then they release Cold War, and Cold War comes out, and now they have the DMR and the Mac 10, and to some extent the FFAR,
Type 63.
The Type 63, the DMRs, all those, they release those, and those are OP, but you can only use those if you bought Cold War. So it's not a pay to win like right in your face, but it's a pay to win that's kind of snuck in there where they're like, oh, well, we got these guns. Look how slow they are to nerf these guns.
That's such a good point.
Oh my god. Was nerfed within a fucking week.
Yeah.
That's actually a point I want to get to is that the fact that these Cold War guns, they went through one round of nerfing and then they still were so massively overpowered compared to the other weaponry. And because they just refuse to do anything about that. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's pay to win. That is an attributing factor. However, my biggest problem with that was the developers strictly listening to big name streamers on Twitter.
I can agree and I can disagree. Think about it though. Think about this. The SPR came out, it had no problem with the range. You could literally point on somebody, click, and they were dead, no matter the range.
Yeah, limited
no
range.
Recoil, no issues. Yeah. I used that gun for a week, which I will admit I used that gun. That was dog shit move, but it was a good gun, and I did it.
100%.
I used the hell out of that gun, but it was gone within a week. Okay, it took them 2 weeks to get rid of the DMR. The Mac 10 and the dual Diamanis are still a problem, but nobody really enjoys Cold War multiplayer. So the only way they're going to sell copies of Cold War is if they have OP guns in Warzone and they have the metas, because then the metas, you have to buy another copy of Cold War because you can't get those guns unless you own Cold War.
Yeah,
that's very true.
They're going to be slow to nerf them because now what they're trying to do is they're trying to sell copies of, because everybody's going to be like, I'm using the M4A1, then they get shown by a Mac 10, and then everybody's like, well, now I need the Mac 10. I got to go buy Cold War just to get the Mac 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight up.
that's a good point.
Or
Yeah, they just
kind of on the
sneak it in
same
there,
point,
just going like,
kind of on the
take
same
our
point,
money.
but not necessarily regarding nerfing. Is just the you grind for those skins, like the skins on Cold War, like the diamond and shit. And you go to Warzone, and it's just absolute, just pixelated. Just the skins being transferred over on Warzone and versus the Cold War skins. Even though you unlock diamond on Cold War, it's like shit on Warzone. Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
those?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't had the chance to.
Oh
do it.
shit! I haven't personally experienced it, but because I don't grind Cold War, but just a bunch of people posting on Twitter and TikTok and shit like that. People comparing their skin on Cold War, their diamond skin. You grind out for that, and then looks freaking amazing. Jump into Warzone, get your loadout drop, and it just looks.
Well, I mean,
like
the Cold War skins have been kind of
a
garbage from
sticker.
the get-go anyway. And
But it's just the Warzone variant of a Cold War skin is like a super low res wannabe, like just trying to be the skin, but nowhere close.
I think that comes with complications of merging 3 games into one, which was supposed to be 2 games into one. But now that they've made Warzone free to play in its own game, they're going to there's going to be a lot of issues. And I think that's something we're going to have to come to expect here soon, especially with each season update, where we're just going to be dealing with a lot of glitches, a lot of issues, and especially if they're going to keep introducing new weapons that are just massively overpowered.
Like the infinite
no
stim
matter what
glitch.
game they're from. Yeah.
Is
And
that
so
still a glitch?
that actually brings us to our
No.
next point, where also on February 4th is supposed to be the new Warzone map Sanatorium, which is the current
Which it's gonna be so much fun.
Fireteam Dirty Bomb map, which is, I have a lot of conflicting issues about this because one, it was made for a different game. It was made for Black Ops Cold War. And when there was an outcry, I honestly believe that they had no intention of updating the map for Warzone. And I think when the outcry came out from the fans that they wanted a new map, then they decided, okay, we're going to take one of our Fireteam maps and throw it into Warzone. And I have a lot of issues with this, specifically because this new map is going to be introducing water warfare. So there's going to be a lot of boats. A large portion of the map is going to be taken up by a lake. Now, I personally really, really don't like this because from what I've seen, it turns the map into a U shape, which I think could cause a lot of problems in a war zone area.
It just got me thinking about the scene in Active
early
Valor just in the
fights
boat.
Early gameplay.
I'm just thinking about a final circle ending in the middle of a fucking lake.
Well, obviously they're not. It's Call of Duty. They're gonna let that be an issue. They're gonna let that be an issue no matter what. Let's discuss that. Right when that drops, it's gonna be an issue where it ends in the middle of the river. It's gonna be a glitch, and everybody's gonna be pissed, and then they're like, "We didn't know." Of course you knew.
Of course you knew.
New Warzone glitch.
Yeah.
If you swim to the bottom of the lake and grab this kelp and grab this pufferfish, you'll survive through the gas.
Just in general, like the big name developers, you name him, like Microsoft for Microsoft Flight Simulator, whoever the fuck makes Call of Duty. Wow, I'm brain farting.
There's a lot of different. It's okay. There's a lot of different companies.
Yeah, there's like 70. Yeah. There's like 70 freaking 70 different dicks in one asshole.
Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Raven. What's
yeah, there's a bunch of people doing Call of Duty right now. So all the big name developers for all the different games, at least the big name, they just need to get their heads out of their asses, listen to their community, and actually make changes
to their community,
that they want.
Not big name streamers.
If they wanted to actively listen to their community, they would have installed an anti-cheat months ago.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
But I'm just saying, like the big community, the big developers just need to. I know everyone's ranted this on freaking Twitter and whatnot, but they need to listen and get their heads out of their asses and follow in the footsteps of smaller developers, because there's a lot of smaller indie games who actually listen to their community and their Reddit forums and whatnot and make changes that the community wants for the better.
I believe that also ties in with what GP was saying, is that they're overly pushing content because they're trying not to lose money. And so these huge name developers,
they're pushing out content.
they're switching out every other year so that they can make games, but that's not enough time for them to make solid games, not games that this many people are playing. And so I took an example from the other day how Rockstar creates a GTA every 8 to 10 years. And it's always an amazing game. Yeah, there's some glitches, but no one really complains about it to the point of like not wanting to play the game. And they have 8 to 10 years to do it. And yeah, we don't like it, but who is not going to buy GTA 6 just because it took 8 years to make?
Yeah, and I know this isn't necessarily your niche of video game, but SCS Software and Euro Truck Simulator 2. Euro Truck Simulator came out in like October 2012. They're still making content for that one game.
They're still making
and
content
it's still
for GTA
selling.
5.
Yeah,
there's GTA. That's a little bit different, but
They're still making
but
DLC, though.
they're still making DLC. They're still making content, but like
They still got to make money off
SCS
GTA
is
5.
making good, solid content for their games that are over 8 years old. Or not over, but 8 years old. And it's working, and they're still selling content, and they're improving and making the game better.
No offense,
upgrading the graphics engine and making a new game engine and whatnot.
It's also a business, so they're like companies like SCS are in it for, because that's a developer that's not a big name company. Those guys wanted to develop a game, they got together and they made a game. It's just like the guys that
and they're still making money.
Made a game, got their original fan base, and now they're just pushing out original content, trying to get as much money as they possibly can.
Exactly.
Off of their original.
The big name guys, they have to just force out games and content as much as they can because they continue to grow and grow and grow, and they can't afford to not push out content and have people not buying the game.
And the problem is, and this is a huge issue, is that people complain about like anti-cheats, anti-this, anti-that, nerf this gun, nerf that gun, but they still log in every fucking day for 12 hours, 6, 12, 8, whatever hours a day. And they sit there and like, I hate this game, but I'm going to play it. And that's the issue, is one day we need to get together and just be like, you know what? Fix these things or we're fucking out. But we still have people like these kids on TikTok that like just want to play COD and they're like, I got a Warzone dub. Like, if we got
you guys today on stream.
Yeah. Feel personally attacked.
I was about to say, I feel very personally attacked. I've done nothing but rant about Warzone and Call of Duty for the last 9 months, and I
Rainbow Six Siege community here.
That's facts right there.
Insert the Siege community here and personally attack them with that.
All right, let's get moving on to another topic.
Yeah, I feel like we've exhausted this a little bit. So the next the last thing I actually
want to get back to the map topic.
Is there something specific you want to talk about?
I want to discuss a map idea I have.
Map idea?
Okay.
For Warzone?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
For Warzone. Check this idea out, because I have a whole concept in my head, and this shit's wild. Instead,
patent pending.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know. Wait, GP. I don't know if you should say this, because you should probably get a.
That's why we just said patent pending.
Yeah, patent pending.
If this comes out, we have recorded proof that this is my idea.
Patent.
So no
you
matter
you have to get a patent on it first.
I don't give a shit. They can take it. If they make this, it'll be sick as fuck. Check it out. Instead of a Warzone that is like a map, like a drop-in map, Hunger Games style. It's a dome. It's like a show. It comes out. The teams go in. There's a center, like a big
Minecraft Hunger Games.
There's a big thing in the middle that shows the leaderboard, the current kill counter, like kind of like an Apex Legends crossover type thing. Like Apex Legends kind of did it, but imagine when you win. You know how you have that scene of at the end, everybody gets lifted into the helicopter and flies out of the gas. The team leaves the arena with like a hype video style, and you can unlock different songs that play when you leave the arena as your team. So if you're the MVP of your team, your song plays.
Non-copyrightable songs, of course.
Honestly,
when you guys are streaming.
As awesome.
They're gonna license those songs. It's just anybody who's streaming just won't be able to have music on.
As awesome as that sounds, you're building up my hopes for a company that's not going to come anywhere near listening to their audience enough to do something.
No, I just thought that was a dope idea and a dope concept. And if everybody listens to
I agree.
the podcast and
it kind of sounds like you just need to play more Apex Legends rather than Warzone.
I know I should start playing more Apex. I need to get off Rocket League.
No, you don't. No, you don't. We're going Grand Champ this season.
Yeah, you
baby.
do.
We're not going Grand
No.
Champ. We're not getting close to
I
Grand
have
Champ.
dreams.
We'll get your Grand Champ in
Just-
season 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
You know, I'm just
altogether new
hoping-
topic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, when you
Like,
get when
what
you
is it,
guys get
Diamond?
Grand Champ in Rocket League, I'll probably play one round with you.
I have a
Bet.
Grand Champ friend. You want to play against him? All right,
No,
next topic.
I don't want to play at all. I don't want to play Rocket League at all. I have zero interest in car soccer.
Hey, car soccer's amazing. Don't hate on it.
Yeah.
But we'll talk
Yeah,
about
I
that more
do.
on a later date. So,
I'd rather drive his imaginary truck when he could go to work and do that. Next topic.
I do.
the biggest thing I want to talk about today, actually, and I hope we get a lot to say about this, is when Call of Duty made Black Ops Cold War, there was a huge outcry from the fans for them to remaster Black Ops 2 because they spent all this time remastering every other game they've made, and they're skipping over one of the most popular, Black Ops 2. This was debatably one of the best Call of Duties to ever be made. And I feel like at this point they're sort of listening. They got one ear with the AirPod out, listening to the fans.
Yeah, with the Kino.
And they're adding
I like that.
all this
I like that reference.
crap. You know, they've added Raid, they've added like 3 other Black Ops 2 maps. With by the way, season 2 is going to be introducing 2 more Black Ops 2 multiplayer maps.
I feel like they're just
And
slowly hinting
I
at us.
hate the
like,
fact that no, that's not a hint.
they
They're taking all the content that they could be putting in a new game that everyone would buy and just shoving it into Cold War because they're trying to sell copies of Cold War. And I hate that.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
feel
not
like
good.
didn't they like before the release dates of Call of Duty games were like months? Because I remember I would like right when a Call of Duty came out, like I started really getting into COD around Modern Warfare 2 era. And Modern Warfare 2 would come out and you'd play that, and then I'd get bored and I'd switch into a different game. And then another one would another year or two would come by. I feel like this one went Modern Warfare. Oh, Warzone's still popping. Oh, let's release another COD. Like it was too quick. They need a few months, but I definitely could see a remastered modern Black Ops 2 coming.
That's
Black
the
Ops 2
thing
coming out.
is they rumored at it. They Treyarch has been hinting that they're going to remaster Black Ops 2 their next game. They've been hinting at it, trying to tease the audience. But now, what I'm saying is they're pushing so much Black Ops 2 content into Cold War. What's the point in buying a remastered Black Ops 2 when half of the content is Cold War?
For the Black Ops 2 style mechanics.
Yeah,
whatever they want.
Nowadays they're not gonna mimic
Yeah.
Black Ops 2
And
enough
dolphin diving.
to make it worth it.
That's true.
I
I think that's
if anything, if they're gonna do it, they should just do it right and just update the graphics. Just update the graphics in the game engine so it runs better.
right, but that's
And
like
then
I
just-
said, they've already released half the content. All we need now
But
is town and transit back, and boom, Black
love-
Ops 2.
But it wouldn't be. It would be
Yeah,
different. Though.
basically.
That's
It
what
would
I'm
be
saying.
different.
Is if they put it in Cold War, it would be the
You're
updated
paying for
version
the
of the game.
mechanics.
And if they were, say, season 4 or season 3 of Cold War, or whatever United Call of Duty this is now, season 3 or 4, they release transit. You know, at what point is it? I think it's already past the point of not worth them spending billions of dollars remaking a game they've already remade in Cold War.
Yeah, but people will buy it for the name.
Yeah, of course people will.
And the companies know it. They don't care so much about the content as they do like what they can sell. So if they want to release
That's-
Black Ops 2, they're going to release Black Ops 2 and everybody's still going to go out and be like, "Oh my god, Black Ops 2 is great and it's got the Black Ops 2 name," when they could just as easily. But people are dumb sometimes. No offense, audience, but sometimes you guys do dumb shit and you go and you buy these games like Black Ops 2 Remastered. Could have just played it in Cold War for free.
That'd be me. I'm dumb people.
Yeah. I am dumb people too. I would do it too.
Yeah. I mean, we're all a part of the problem, like you were saying earlier, GP.
Yeah, if they released a
if
remastered
we all
version, I
just-
would 100% buy it. But
Well, like you were saying, GP, like if we all just kind of stop and just said, we're not going to buy this until you actually make
Gamer strike, yeah.
quality content.
I've talked about
Gamer
this in
strike.
the past, actually.
Yeah.
Literally, just
But getting enough people to do a gamer strike would be.
Do you guys think that was kind
next to
of what
impossible.
happened when this whole Among Us, the Fall Guys?
No, I don't think that was a pull away from Warzone. Not enough.
Do you know what? Among Us only got popular because a few popular streamers picked it up. That game was created
I feel
by,
like it'd be more Fall Guys would be that, because
Fall Guys,
in my opinion, Fall Guys was not. I didn't enjoy watching. It's very rare that I don't enjoy content or a game.
I had zero interest in watching Fall Guys.
I tried. I actually tried to watch streamers I like, content creators I like, play Fall Guys, and I didn't care. I just don't. And I had no interest
I felt
in
it was just
either.
a really stupid looking game.
Among Us, on the other hand, was kind of a different play, because that meant, getting a bunch of your friends together and seeing who you trust
and yelling
the
at
most.
each other. Apparently, we trust no one.
Yeah.
That's what we learned.
Yeah.
Apparently,
especially during quarantine, trust no one.
Assume the worst, trust no one. The person telling that you think is telling the truth is actually the one lying. Speaking of, we need to do another Among Us night.
Oh no, isn't Among Us kind of out the window already?
So?
No.
Yeah, kind of.
No, a few people are keeping it.
See, tell you what, if
Corpse is still keeping it alive.
If you can get at least 6 people to play, I'm down.
Because Among Us is really fun. Don't get me wrong.
Fun
it's really fun, and they're making
6 to 8 people to play at the same time.
Yeah.
But Among Us, I feel like Among Us and all those indie games that are kind of popping up is a topic for another day.
Do you guys? Well, real quick though, do you guys think Among Us would have been as successful had it come out non-quarantine? Because that's a very
here's the thing though.
Player game.
I think that the quarantine and gaming is a whole topic for another podcast.
Probably.
So on that though, Among Us came out in 2015.
Really?
It was actually officially released in 2015. Just a popular streamer started streaming it and it blew up.
Wow.
It was released in 2015.
It was released in 2018. Do your research first.
Whatever. It was years. It was several years ago. It was several years ago.
Shit, I see. Do your research.
Okay, it wasn't quarantine 2020 when it was released. It was years ago.
All right, so I do want to end this on one note from each of you, hopefully, and that is, what is one thing, if you could choose one thing that you would like to see in Call of Duty, what would it be?
Better driving physics for Warzone.
Wouldn't expect anything less from Scott.
No, at least something that's not so arcade. Give me just freaking take something from Forza Horizon for all I care.
Is that really necessary though? Kind of not the point.
We didn't even get into the fact that they're removing solos. What's up with that?
So that's just a playlist thing, basically. So they're going to be updating playlists constantly, creating the new maps, and honestly, with the new map, and even with the previous map, who the hell likes to play solos?
Nobody even likes
solos. Yeah, that's true.
No.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Solos is straight.
I mean, I hate solos.
I loaded in a solos once and I hated it.
All right, GP, one thing you want from Call of Duty.
I want gun balanced to the point where it's a preference of what gun you like best. I'm tired of these meta guns popping up and becoming OP, and everybody kits them the same exact way. Everybody builds the meta weapon. They go into Warzone and it's all DMRs versus each other. It's all M4A1s versus each other. It's all Mac 10s versus each other, because that's the current meta. I would like to see it where I could load in and I prefer the Growl, and Brett prefers the Mac 10, and IC prefers the whatever gun he prefers, and Danny prefers whatever gun he prefers, and we can use the preference gun. We can run whatever gun we want to run because that's what we enjoy to use, and that's the gun we want to use, instead of using the current meta, because you're not going to get kills unless you use the meta.
I can definitely agree with that in every sense of the way.
That's what I was
me
gonna
personally,
say.
I
Gun
love to
balancing.
run an
It's
assault rifle and a
skill
submachine
over.
gun. But now, with the kind of an underrated gun, the Pellington.
Pellington.
The Pellington has become such an underrated gun, and people are just now starting to realize how powerful it really is. I've been forced to run an AR and a sniper, and I don't like to snipe. I like to run quads and have one person on our squad with a sniper rifle, but I personally hate it. And so I totally agree with you. I love
right here.
Exactly. I'd love to run an AR
Like,
and a
yeah,
submachine gun.
I can definitely support that as well. It's like getting rid of the meta guns and without getting into the skill-based matchmaking, because that's a whole nother clusterfuck. But
when we do the skill-based matchmaking podcast, I'm gonna be yelling.
We'll talk about this in a
So without getting into skill-based matchmaking, where it comes down to the skill of the player and with the gun, not the gun being good to just
exactly.
A 12-year-old could be OP with the DMR.
Yeah.
And if Ninja happens to have a fucking MP5 and he just gets deleted because some kid has a DMR.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Bretsky, one thing you would like to see from Call of Duty?
No, it would be what GP said, just the gun balancing. I want to see more gun balancing.
Where
we can kind of choose. That's what where we can choose.
As much as I would love to see that, I don't think it's ever going to be possible if they're going to keep pushing out new guns constantly every other week. But me personally, my one thing is an anti-cheat. I mean, we have content creators, we have people streaming them cheating, them blatantly cheating. They're going, haha, look at how well this cheat works because Call of Duty sucks at preventing cheats. Haha, it's so funny. Watch me ruin 90 people's day because I'm cheating in Warzone. It's like it's just like, we just please have some form of anti-cheat prevent this at least a little bit. Because personally, I hate when I just want to sit down and play some Warzone, have a little bit of fun, and I get 5 matches in a row where I get either sniped from 900 yards away or I get someone shooting through a fucking wall at me. That's the worst.
I agree.
The aimbot is just absolute.
I will say, I don't know
their
if you guys
anti-hack, their anti-cheat
there is a service.
God awful.
I don't want to drop names of the service. I think I can show you guys how to do it later, but I think we were using it yesterday, right, Dantic, where I was scanning lobbies for cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
It just scans the lobby and tells you if there's suspected cheaters in the lobby where you can bounce out. And the one time it caught somebody, you remember, like, we dropped in, we immediately got lasered by that guy. Like, right when
instantly.
we dropped in.
The guy that said was a suspected cheater. Yeah.
So, I mean, though it's not an anti-cheat, it does provide some. I mean, I'm not saying it's acceptable that they don't have an anti-cheat. I'm just saying that there are workarounds that we can do. It's pretty sad that we
the fact that there's third parties trying to help you against cheaters and just not necessarily prevent cheaters, but it's just like, hey, there's a cheater.
Yeah, especially from one of the biggest companies in gaming right now. It's ridiculous that they won't put an anti-cheat in.
How much is I mean, I think honestly, this is the best company that I thought handled cheating the most interestingly was PUBG. I don't know if you guys remember the era in PUBG where if you reported a cheater, you got a notification if that person was banned.
Huh.
Didn't they implement that in Call of Duty?
No. There's basically no anti-cheat in Call of Duty right
now. No, there's no anti-cheat. You can report people, but you get no follow-up, no... I'm sure they don't even look at them.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee there's like not even a case file for it.
Yeah.
No, that's
awful.
Absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, I expect more from one of the biggest names in gaming. I mean, Roblox has an anti-cheat.
I'm right there with you.
Dude, I can't even boot Apex Legends with my my RAM RGB controller on because it identifies it as a cheat.
It's dumb.
I mean, I don't know what it is. It's literally called I think it's called like Lighting Center or Lighting Control or something like that. And I have to kill the process in my computer because I think what it is it identifies that as a cheat because there's a cheat that like comes in like through the back door that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like Pavlov has better anti-cheat. A buddy of mine got banned from on got a VAC ban on Pavlov because he had a cheat for My Summer Car, a different game. He had just a cheat engine for a single player game. He got banned from the game.
Yeah, it's honestly ridiculous how many companies have installed anti-cheats and have them working great in their games, and Call of Duty just won't.
Well, I mean, this one was this
sucks.
anti-cheat was a little overpowered and banned him for shit that he wasn't even doing, but because it was literally just a single player game.
Yeah.
And cheat engine, but
on that note, I think that's going to have to do it for this week's episode. If you want to tune in the future, we're going to be talking about Rocket League. We're going to talk about skill-based matchmaking and Warzone on future episodes. It should be a very interesting discussion. So,
yeah, most definitely.
I'm going to fucking lose it. Hey,
earplugs recommended for the skill-based matchmaking
volume
episode.
level 1.
We should keep
volume level 1, yeah.
We should
rip
keep
headphone users.
We can do
lots
like
of filters on our mics that day.
Wait, what about mics?
We should keep
filters.
I'll be drinking that day.
When aren't you drinking?
I'm not drinking right now.
All right, everybody. That's going to have to do it for Gamer Code this week. Adios.
See you guys.
I think we should keep recording so we can do this like dumb outro thing where we talk to each other. Like where the logo like where the logo pops up. Like we could do it. Like it'll be super cool. Like the logo pops up and it's just like a gray screen, but nobody can see it, but we're still talking to each other about like off-topic things. Like I do.
Oh, and it just fades. Yeah, and it just audio fades out, so they can't even hear us. They just see us talking.
Yeah, but it's not even about the topic. I think it's kind of cute. I don't know. We want to call it that in the podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Cute as fuck, boys.